Cool. And oh, actually no this time. What we got? Nothing. Oh. Hmm? Okay, not really sure, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was fast. That was fast this time. Then, of course, today, right when I logged in, that's when Steam decided, oh yeah, by the way, all the other games that you're playing, update them. I'm like, oh, oops. I haven't updated that, or I just went through the list and just updated everything. I was like, eh, fuck it, might as well. I think some more gameplay of Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen has been coming out. I haven't looked at it yet. I'm going to afterwards. I'm excited. I was like, oh, time to put another 100 hours into Dragon's Dogma. Yeah, because I was on my second playthrough. Once I find out it's probably gonna be like September, but once I find the release date, I'll probably just like a few months before. Kind of, I'm doing the same thing with Final Fantasy 14. I instead of just doing like before I used to keep up with the story all the time. This time I think I'm like 2 patches behind on story. So to give myself kind of like something fun to do before the oh no, I barely touched the controller and did that. But yeah, I was gonna wait a few more, or probably like October-ish, November, maybe, because I'm not that far behind. I think I'll catch up with the story in like a week. Yeah, so once that happens, I'll just catch up with the story, and then yeah, just get everything prepared for when the expansion drops. I don't think I'm personally going to stream that one unless people want that and they put it on the channel how much they want 14 content. I was going to just wait and like I think depending like maybe waffles or it'll probably end up being waffles or milk, one of those two. So they're going to be starting the game. So by looking at it from their perspective will be more fun. Like mine's already a pretty much developed thing. And I'm not sure if I have enough mental fortitude to start back from scratch again. Yeah, because if I did, I would have to max out all my classes and all of that, and I would lose my mind. I mean, but as if the people, if you guys really want to see that, then put it in the chat. Or put it in like the comments. Yeah, that's better. Don't do it. Don't hurt me like that. I'm glad no one would I'm definitely not putting that in the title because then people are like, oh, you could hurt him by making him play. Yeah, so I'm definitely not gonna ever bring it up again. Yeah. Do it to waffles and milk. Make them do it. Make them play the game. Ooh. Not sure if the room is hot or some of my head is burning. I don't have a cold though. That's one good thing. I know that. It could just be bad allergies again. But it will be raining soon, so it'll probably wash away all that allergy stuff. That I'm looking forward to. The rain needs to come and just knock all this stuff out. It'll be like raining for like a while. And I think there's like there's like some stuff people were to be outside tomorrow. It's also gonna be raining. I'm like, oh, because you guys could have cut that short. But it's Washington. People don't. So not a lot of people have like umbrellas. They're just like, we have just a rain jacket. Okay, that's fine. I don't even remember the last time I used what's an umbrella actually. No, I must have used it. Oof. No, but was that overseas when I used the umbrella? Why was I even using an umbrella? As in, I mean, I know why, but like, generally I don't use an umbrella, so I'm like trying to figure out. I have a feeling I was using an umbrella because the other person was holding something, and I was just like kind of holding the umbrella to like prevent whatever the thing they're holding from getting wet. I remember doing that because I generally wouldn't use an umbrella. You know, no, the Pacific Northwest. It just rains a lot, so I'm like, I don't care. Okay. There. Yeah, people who grew up in like places that rain a lot, like they generally, if it rain, depending on like if it's like pouring, I mean, depending on if you're close to your car, because if it's like pouring and you're close to your car, you just run to it. You don't need to bring out an umbrella for that. I generally just do not. Too much of a pain in the butt because if I put it like have the umbrella, I have to like kind of like depending on how hard, if it's raining hard enough for me to even use it. If I put it inside the car, it would be wet on the area anyway. So yeah, that's why I don't even care about umbrellas. Just wear a jacket. There. On the other hand, I do have like stuff on my car to help me defrost the windows, like some kind of whatever liquid that helps defrost it quicker. I do have that. This that is like, yeah, that one I use a little bit more than anything else. Not that I have to like drive in the snow anytime soon. I try to avoid that as much as possible. My stupid old manager was like, "Oh yeah, I could just go to your house and pick you up." I'm like, "Are you fucking stupid?" I'm like, "No, that's no." If I'm snowed in, right? He's like, "Oh, I could pick." I'm like, "Dude, I think you're kind of like not good at driving, so I definitely don't want to get on a snowy road with you." Like, so yeah, I remember like I called him. So, oh, you might have to use a sick day. I'm like, the one time I didn't, so I went to work because the person tricked me, saying like, "Oh yeah, you have to come in on this one snow day." What's it for like a half a day? So I was like, okay, it was dangerous. It was so dangerous for like I was driving on the highway. This one like I want to say tanker, but like this big ass truck, right? It was like sliding all over the place, and eventually, right, everyone had to stop. I think that no, in the morning, it was snowing so hard that everyone had to drive like super slow. Like you could probably like jog outside faster than we were driving because no one could see. Like pretty much, I could see maybe like the car that I'm right behind. I could see their lights, but anything around me, I could not see shit. I was like, and a lot of people were like very scared. That there was a time because it was snowing. Another time it was because it was raining so hard. I actually like there's a lot of people who had to stick their head out their window to be able to drive. I was like, what the hell is going on? That shit was super dangerous. And I was like, man, if it rains like that tomorrow, I'm not fucking going to work. Fuck that. I'm not trying to die for like was it? Not for me. I have VA healthcare, thank God. Yeah, a lot of people are like, what's up with the VA? They don't understand it. So they think, oh yeah, it's trash. Bro, you don't have healthcare. We don't have universal healthcare. Was it technically the VA is like that, right? So it's like, so I was telling a lot of people who just got out of the military. They're like, oh, I heard it's bad, so I don't want to like it. It's so fucking stupid. But you got nothing. Do you already have a job? So, oh, I don't. So you need this healthcare, you dumb person. He's like, I'm not asking you to like, no, do something, go out of your way. You just have to do the bare minimum, and then you at least have it. You'll be in the system, and then later on, if you want to have your rating go up and down, whatever, you could do stuff for it. Yeah, and the thing is that that's by design. The military teaches you that, right? And other stupid people, word of mouth, teaches you that, so then you don't use it. They don't realize that people teaching them to not use the free healthcare they get because they were in the military, right? Or really, really rich people. So they're like, I don't want you to use this. Yeah, that's why I had to like explain that to people quite a few times. And first they're like really mad. I don't fucking like the VA. I teach them about it. They're like, oh wow, it's not as bad as I thought. I'm like, yeah, because I know they brainwashed you to not use it. If you have any friends or family who were in the military, tell them to just go and sign up for the VA. All right, just do it. Tell them it's easy. It's like I recommend it. Like, why not use the healthcare that you were given? So definitely use it, guys. I'm an advocate for it. The turret is gonna be right over here. Except if it gets through all that. Oh, nice. A lot of things dropped. Okay. Maybe slow device. I think they. Oh shoot! I didn't mean to actually put it down. Okay. I'll let them come to me. Oh, what the hell? I don't know why they all disappear. That was very strange. Oh man, nothing is over here now. That's not good. Is this like an extra long one? Oh no, it's stuck. That, I hope everyone saw that one. That was bizarre. But this whole thing this time was pretty bizarre. Like, I put down how many machines and then they started disappearing. Probably has something to do with that. This one's kind of glitched. Low key. Actually, not even low key. Pretty high key. That was like one of my least favorite ones to do. The golem boxing, I think, is better. But yeah, that was strange. Like, it started making my stuff disappear, and then it also got like some of the enemies got glitched on the top, so they wouldn't even come down. I just happened to see them because they were kind of like the other one was in the bush, so I didn't even. It was kind of blending in. Very weird. Very peculiar. Very strange. Not mindful. Very not mindful. Very not demure. Every time I think of Demure, I think of like in Magic, the blue-black combo. I was like, how do you pronounce that? Is it Demure? And yeah, that every time I like say like that color combination, I always kind of go back and think that. I'm like, huh, Demure. So mindful, so demure. That it like was the only reason why I don't use that color combination as often because it does like especially in Commander it does a lot of milling. So or like milling, discarding stuff. I try not to play too many things that like make people like mill or like yeah make people mill their decks and whatnot because I kind of want to see what kind of like what they're cooking with, you know. So anything like that or like no being nice and not using land destruction. Because if you're using land destruction, they weren't not able to play the game. So then, you know, it's it, it's just like you're not able to see what they're cooking with. And if you're playing lower brackets anyway, if you're playing high brackets, like I don't think they don't even have enough time to be using land destruction on you. The thing in Japan, there's like because a lot of people have like stuff where it's like interaction, where like, oh, I cast a creature, I destroy your creature, all that kind of stuff, right? The super optimized way to play in Japan is you have no interaction and you just pretty much you're playing solitaire at that point. And at that point where I'm like, really? That's why I don't really play CDEH, which is like L EDH is for Elder Dragon Highlander. CEDH is competitive, the whole thing. Uh, I don't play the competitive bracket. At most, I'll play like a bracket 4, which is like a little on the like it's starting to get kind of rough around that area, but like I like to play around 3, 2 and 3, because then you can see the more whimsical shit stuff. When it gets to 4, you're like, oof, I'm gonna get my ass kicked really fast. At that point, you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh. Then when you get to bracket 5, because it's separated into 5 brackets. Bracket 1 is like you're playing against someone who doesn't know how to play, or like their deck is just so goofy you're not gonna do anything over there, right? Like you're not like everyone just goofy, and you're just like no, you're playing Magic just to yap to each other and just hang out. I think 2 is also like that. Like you're still like 2 is like when you know how to play and you want to hang out. 3 is like okay, I kind of want to win in a silly way, but it's like I'm going to try to win at least. Is I think 3. 4 is when you're like okay, I'm Yu-Gi-Oh now, and 5 is just like you know that's like you're playing was a professional Yu-Gi-Oh! Where like they will kill you in like 2 turns. I saw like a tournament. I did not understand anything that was going on in a Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament. I was like, damn, you guys, you killed him in 3 turns. And they're like, oh man, I was going kind of slow. I'm like, oh. Not only did I not understand any of the cards they were using, like because they were using things where I like some cards you could just tell like I think that's good because it has a lot of text on it. All right, I'm like, but I read this a card with like mostly text. I was like, holy shit, it's so hard to read. And I'm like, okay, I think that card's gonna be kind of good. Then the person's like, yeah, this is like no, this is the main combo piece. If you don't have this, you can't fucking win. I'm like, oh okay. I mean, there are like I wouldn't say to that extent, but there's like a lot of weirdly enough a lot of like old cards are banned from a lot of other ones, not in Commander, because the text is not that much text. It's just like a thing that was like a sentence. But because it's a sentence and it's so broad, is what makes the card strong. Because a lot of like these days they try not to make the card that broad, where it's like, oh yeah, by the way, just do this. Because then people are like, oh, with these new cards, I could do all these kind of other, silly shenanigans. Because I used to have like quite a few cards that are like, I looked as, oh, it's banned. I'm like, oh, for real? man, stuff I used to play with in standard. So I was like, oh, okay. And why did I do that? I'd never really played Legacy though. I know a friend who played Legacy, and he plays like, think of it this way: Black Lotus is super expensive. That card, like I think it goes for like 1 million or something, right? Something close to that. I remember this guy was just casually playing that. He's like, oh, I'll show you. You want to play against my commander or my Legacy deck? I'm like, okay, cool. He was like showing me cards. I'm like, I'd never seen any of this shit before. It's like, yeah, this was like back when you were probably like in elementary when this stuff came out, or even younger than that. And so he was showing me, and I was like, oh, okay. The cards look cool, but like I don't. And he was casually just flinging around a Black Lotus. I bet that man now, I'm pretty sure he sold it because he knew where his Black Lotus was. I had another friend who had a trash bag of cards. He tried to give it to me. I was like, I think this one's expensive because I think this dude told me, and he probably has $1 million now. Then when I tell the story, other people are like, why did you say anything? I'm like, it was the right thing to do. I'm not, like, if I'm stealing money, then, you know, yeah, at that point, like, or tricking your friends to be able to, like, take something valuable for them that you will sell to get, like, that's just scumbag shit. I don't like, at least I have a clear conscience, and I'm poor. So, yeah, I have a clear conscience. I never screwed him out of his Black Lotus. So I could say that. Oh yeah, I didn't do the life skill. I was like, you know what? It feels like I'm missing something. Okay, do I want to work on... You know what? I'll just keep on working off that for a little bit longer. Yeah, like the Ristic Studies, those are pretty expensive each. They're like a common card. So it's like pretty much like where everyone just gets them. I remember I used to be at tables where like we're opening packs and stuff, right? I didn't have a lot of money. I was like super young, super poor. All the older guys were like, oh man, like they just gave me like all the cards. Like they will like open up a pack, take out like the rare, maybe the uncommon, and the rest they'll just give it to me. Like, here man, like you need the cards. I was like, oh cool. And I remember like some people were like trying to throw away like cards. I'm like, no, if you're gonna throw it away, just give it to me then. And a lot of that was Ristic Studies. I need to definitely look and like find out where I put those cards. I know I have at least like, personally, I probably have like at least 10 that I put in a nicer place. The other ones I probably put in like some kind of bag somewhere. When I was younger, I didn't understand the value of cards. Besides the whole Black Lotus, but that was, I was in high school when I figured there's someone showed me that. And I only figured that because I went to like a friend's house. He was playing Magic and he had like his cards and stuff like in sleeves. I didn't even sleeve cards before. And then that's when he's like, oh yeah, I put sleeve in my cards because they're like, going to be like worth something later on. Like there's this one card called the Black Lotus. I'm like, oh yeah, that one card with the mana thing. Yeah. He's like, do you have one? I'm like, no. A friend who plays Legacy, he has that. He's like, that card's expensive. I'm like, how expensive? Like, a lot. Then that's when I found out. Then he was like going through like all these are most expensive cards, and I was like, oh man, I think my friend's deck had like a lot, if not all of them. Because I think that guy was like really into Magic when he like first came out. Like for me, like I got into it in a weird time. Like I do have some like the older cards that are like expensive, probably somewhere. But there's weirdos like I mean, there's like I made a deck before that wasn't really that strong. It was just like, it was strong as in, like I knew how to play it, but it wasn't like expensive or anything. Some guy, I had like money in my backpack when I was in high school. We had to go for gym class. We put everything in our locker or whatever. Someone broke into the locker, stole the cards, but not my money. You know how hard that was trying to explain it to like the teachers or like the lost and found, whatever, right? Like, yeah, like this psychopath stole the cards and not any of the money. And of course, no, we have like adults, some adults were like, try to tell them like, okay, some of the cat cards are valuable, even though I don't think my cards were that valuable, except one. Trying to explain that to them was like pulling teeth. Like they like cards. I don't understand. Cardboard expensive. I'm like, don't you buy like cars and yachts and all that shit? That shit. No, besides cars, right? Yachts definitely depreciate in value. This was like going back and trying to explain to someone who doesn't watch anime, doesn't play games about that, and they're like, I don't understand. I think nowadays with the internet and all that, people understand video games and all that, so it's not as bad as it used to be. Like before, it was like really bad. Where people are like, oh, like games. What is a game? You mean like Pac-Man? I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Like you're my age. I've had people say that to me where like they said, oh, I don't understand computers and stuff, and they're younger than me. I'm like, bitch, you understand like. You understand computers, like it. And so you just recently got out of the military. Like, come on. And this is when I was working at the VA. But yeah, there's some people who try to pretend like I don't understand technology. I'm like, you're in your 20s. Like, what do you mean you don't understand computers? There's people older than me, like they're in their 90s, and they're watching the Game Awards and all that, and they're like, oh yeah, I'm waiting for this game to come out. I'm like, hell yeah, brother. Honestly, but how he sounded, I thought he was in his like, he sounded a little old, so I'm like, okay, no, I'm not in your 50s or something. Man was 90, and he was still like spry as hell, so I'm like, man, that's the type of old person I want to be. Alright, not those old people who are just like, oh my god, I'm so broken. I'm like, yeah, if you're broken, I get it. But if you're just like, stop trying to, like, being old for the sake of being old. I've seen so many people younger than me and like, my back and all that. You wouldn't understand. We're the same age. I don't know, one guy, he was like a few months older than me.
You've been milked. Hello.
Oh, you know what's up? I'm actually about to get off, so I won't be on for that much longer.
I just noticed you were on. Dang it.
Well, unfortunately, I'm getting off in about 4 minutes. So yeah, in 4 minutes, what's going on?
Had a migraine most of the week. Wasn't ideal. Feel okay now, but it was a lot of light sensitivity. Yeah, my mom's in Hawaii. That sounds great. I wish I was there. Yep, totally jealous.
I was like, she could go and hang out with Waffles. He's over there.
Like, what island are you on, Waffles? My mom's here.
That'd be funny. It's like, your mom ends up being in Noodle Nightmares. She's like, oh man, hey Milk, why don't you make your design yet? And she starts nagging you.
She's like, get your shit together, Milk. Get it together.
Oh, that'd be too funny. Hey, you never know. Like,
yeah.
You get her into the noodle. Say, hey, Mom, have you ever thought about streaming? She's like, what? See, that's how it
she
starts.
Would probably say no.
Hey,
my mom is very like tech savvy and things, but
tell her don't knock it until you try it.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, she does like post on social media and things where I do not at all. So,
I think the only person that posts, like, I think my dad posts on like social media. He like, but even I could tell he's not that savvy with it. Technically, computer-wise, my mom's probably the savvier one. Like, she knows like how to use technology and stuff. She had an iPhone before any other family members.
He's on it.
Yeah, she was like, ew, you're using a razor still? I'm like, yeah. Like, she said, why don't you use an iPhone? I'm like, who cares? And then she showed me like, oh my god, it could do that? I was like, that was me. I was the last one to get an iPhone. Everyone was making fun of me. My Razor flip phone.
Sorry, I'm getting attacked by a bug in the game. There we go. Okay, got him. That's the most annoying part, honestly. Like, I have fortified things, I have turrets, And then, like, as soon as I, like, defeat one area of bugs, then they start attacking another area. And then
Oh,
they
yeah.
destroy the walls in another part. And I'm like, just leave me alone.
I mean, kind of like the enemies in Sons of the Forest. Like, we left that area and they just destroyed our walls.
Yep.
I wasn't like before we were. I think we were like planning to make like another wall, right? Because like that's what like the front area we were planning to make like another perimeter of like wooden wall, then another perimeter of just like stone wall.
A wall within a wall. Wallception.
Yeah, it would be like Attack on Titan.
Also, I
Whoa.
have thoughts.
Oh, what's up?
Are you ready?
Okay.
I think we should play Mecha Chameleon sooner rather than later. I've been seeing lots of clips of other people playing it, and
Wanna do
I think it would be a good idea.
tomorrow?
I think that would work. Tomorrow, Mecha Chameleon, babe? Yeah. He said, yeah. Also,
Cool.
Azure is getting off in like 2 minutes. Because
Yeah.
I think that was 2 minutes ago, approximately.
Yeah, around.
Ish. Unless we distract him enough.
But I'll be on tomorrow though for Mecha Chameleon.
Yeah. It's pretty silly.
I saw some clips and I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's kind of, but my, was it, I think people have like the little art pens and stuff. Like, oh shit, I don't have one of those.
Yeah, I'm not hooked up to anything like that, so.
Yeah, that'd be something like probably like a box out will probably do that. He'd probably be like drawing some like extra extravagant things. I'm like, look at a load of this guy. What a tryhard.
It's pretty fun. It's
Kill
pretty
God.
fun.
Yeah, mine would just be
Also,
simple.
the kids playing was pretty silly too. And at first, Mason was like clipping into the walls, which will immediately show your location, and he didn't realize that because he wasn't reading the caption that was popping up. And so then, like, Sadie would jump in the game, and then if she was the hunter, and then immediately get him. And he's like, "Why? Why does this keep happening?"
Oh, really?
It's getting
Oh.
frustrated. And we're like, "Dude, read it. Like, pay attention. Clipping into the walls." So,
Does it alert you when you're clipping into the wall?
yes, 100%.
Okay,
He
okay.
just wasn't paying attention. I think he was just like painting and like all excited, and like just totally discounted what popped up on his screen.
Okay. See,
Yeah,
I'm learning
it's funny.
some stuff on that side too. I'm like, okay, don't clip into walls. Got it.
Yes. And there's like modded maps, and like one's like Bikini Bottom, and then
That's funny.
there's like, trying to think of some of the others. There's a ton. I haven't tried the Viking one yet. I just downloaded that one, and they're all just like, it connects you to Steam whenever the person that's like the host of the map, it'll just connect you to Steam, and you just click subscribe to the maps, and then
Oh,
yeah,
I see.
pretty fun.
Yeah, I'm definitely down
We
to
had to
play.
put up the barrier in the room because we were playing with the kids, and Sadie's computer is behind me, and then she was like, "I think Milk is under a bed," and I'm like, "How do you know I'm underneath something, huh? Why do you think I'm underneath something? You're peeking at my screen." So we had to put up the barrier. I said, "All right, that's cheating. We can't do that." And I said, "We're gonna put up the barrier," and she's like, "Do it, do it." She knew she couldn't resist.
Yeah, it's like playing any of those kind of like, was it back in the day playing 007 where it has like, was that a split screen, everyone just watching each other's screen, like, I'll find you.
Yes. Yeah, same thing, same concept. Pretty silly.
Yeah,
Lots
it's
of
not
giggles.
it's not like the old days where you just unplug someone's controller and win in a racing game. I like that.
Oh, that sounds evil.
Hey, sometimes you gotta win. Sometimes you gotta win by any means necessary.
Yeah, your family's brutal with games.
No, that's it. See, no matter how bad I am, my mom was the worst one.
Yes, Sadie.
She was just like, she was ruthless in like board games and like no Uno, Monopoly, and all that. I'm like, God damn, this lady. I wasn't that bad.
No, just put it on there. Go.
And I'll wait.
Keep putting it on. It'll help.
Okay, and with this, all the viewers, like and subscribe. And we'll see you
Tune in
tomorrow.
tomorrow for some Mecha Chameleon.
Hell yeah.